Another lawmaker who previously tested positive for COVID-19 and has been quarantined for almost 2 weeks is speaking out about her own personal experience. She joins me now, Democratic Congresswoman from Connecticut, Jahana Hayes. It has been almost 2 weeks since she tested positive for the coronavirus, as I mentioned. Congresswoman, thank you so much. First of all, tell us, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm feeling much better, but this is by no means a straight shot to recovery. Yesterday, I was on a good path, and yesterday and today had a little bit of a struggle.
What are some of the challenges, physical challenges, that you are facing day in and day out in this challenge?
Fatigue and shortness of breath it just sneaks up on you. I can take a phone call and then get off, and I feel like I just got off the treadmill. And it's frustrating because you start the day feeling really good, thinking, okay, I'm getting better. I feel better than yesterday. And on the drop of the dime, you're winded again.
How quickly early on in this infection did you feel or maybe consider that you have the symptoms of it and that you wanted to go get tested for? Because a lot of questions right now surrounding the president's mild symptoms as it is described. And we'd be curious to know from your experience how short of a window that was from going feeling very healthy and fit to what you just described.
I think it's very important that people think about that, especially this time of the year when we are in cold and flu season, because for several days I was experiencing shortness of breath, a sore throat, and I just attributed it to my allergies. I have really bad seasonal allergies, and I was kind of self-diagnosing that this was my allergies flaring up. And at the point where my staffer tested positive, I went and got tested the next day, and my results came back positive within 24 hours. I had a fever, I had chills, I had night sweats. But I think that's something we really have to think about, because this time of year people are already traditionally sick. But I think the other thing to stress, as soon as I heard that my staffer tested positive, I pulled down all events. I went into quarantine before I even got the test and contacted my entire staff in both DC and Connecticut, and the organizers of every event that I had popped. There were lawn parties going on where people were phone banking.
Right.
I let everybody know literally within the hour that I have been exposed to someone who tested positive, and I need to make you all aware of that.
Let me ask you really quickly about mask wearing, if I can. Some of your colleagues have been less strict about it. Certainly a lot of people at the White House have been less strict about wearing it. What needs to be done about that from your perspective?
We need a national strategy. We need leaders to really lead by example. I truly believe that although one of my staffers and myself tested positive, I had 25 staffers who were negative. And I think it's because we really practice all of those procedures, all of those protocols, the social distancing, the hand washing. Anecdotally, you're always going to find where someone tests positive, but for as much as we can promote that, we have to try. And
are you taking any medication? Are you taking any medication right now? Did you use any medication or treatment to help you recover?
I just over-the-counter cold medicine for just the fever and those symptoms. I've taken. I had an albuterol pump for the breathing. I've been very careful because I know different people are responding differently. People sent me all kinds of remedies to try.
Right.
But one thing, if I can say, because I heard the last segment, and as members of Congress, we don't get regularly tested. And that has been something that I've been talking about and really trying to get some change in that. But I think even more than members, I had staffers who had such a hard time getting tested. Some of them had to drive to Virginia or to Maryland to pay out of pocket. And that just should not happen. So not only should members and staff be covered with testing, but all American families, people who are returning to work, teachers, if people want to test, they should be able to access one,
right,
and get rapid results that are accurate, so that they're not out in the communities continuing to spread the virus unknowingly.
It's incredible that 8 months into this, we still don't have the capacity to test everybody in this country multiple times if need be. Congresswoman Jahana Hayes, I can tell just how difficult it is, you trying to catch your breath for this interview. So I certainly appreciate you taking the time to join us with your account. Thank you so much, and I hope you feel better soon. Thank you.
This is important. Thank you.
Thanks.